Hello and welcome to this new video series with me, Rebecca Gillard, and joined as always by Richard Walker.
Series?
Wait, maybe.
It's a series now.
Well, we were considering. Possibly.
Hello, I'm Richard.
Hello, Richard. So I know normally these ones that are filmed in our house are spoiler videos, but this one isn't. So in this video then what we wanted to do was have a little look at the Sea of Blood deck and try and come up with ways to counter it. I don't know about anybody else, but certainly myself and Richard, when we've been practicing with Sea of Blood, and we've not been to many tournaments recently, so apologies for the lack of videos, but when we have been to tournaments, a lot of Sea of Blood has been around, and it's been really strong.
I've only been to one tournament.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. We've not been to many, but when we have been, Sea of Blood's been really strong and really popular. So you had this Bara Summer deck already, and we were theorising that Bara might be good against the Sea of Blood.
Well, Bara have some control tools, don't they?
Yes.
They're a soft control house, along with, say, Martel. And, yeah, then they have some good cards which can punish decks that go all out in one challenge.
So we wanted to explore that. So we have this game. I'm playing Greyjoy Sea of Blood, and Richard, as we say, is playing the Bara Summer deck. I've opened up there with, unfortunately, I always call him Vince, Drown God Disciple, right?
Yeah, no.
No?
Fanatic.
Fanatic, sorry. I always get the name
We call it Vince.
It's Vince, everyone knows it's Vince. And we've also got Hagen's Daughter, Oh, there's my hand. It's exciting, isn't it, this little bit? We've got some new cameras. We're trying to use them.
This one's not a great camera.
No, the camera on my side is really bad. The camera on Richard's side is fine. And a sea tower down the bottom there. Richard's setting up with Justin Massey, who is like, I never realised how annoying he was until this game. Then the Reducer Chud. And you also have a Dragonstone Port. Is that the right name?
Yep, and a Card and Shadow.
And a Card and Shadow. I was just thinking that's definitely not 8. And we've opened up with our plots of Time of Plenty and Late Summer Feast. There you go. That's the info part done.
Cool.
Let's go back.
Info dump.
Info dump. So I'm trying to play this deck as well as I can. We had 2 other games before this game, and with the same decks, although mine was altered slightly because I moaned at Richard because I didn't like his version of Greyjoy Sea of Blood. So we altered my Greyjoy deck a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah.
But the Bara deck pretty much stayed the same for the 3 games that we practiced. And, well, should we tell them how the other games turned out?
Nah.
Nah? We'll tell them later.
Yeah, fuck them.
Richard! Yeah, it was very interesting and quite frustrating playing against the Bara Summer deck as a Sea of Blood deck, I must admit. So hopefully during this game you'll be able to see why I was getting frustrated. So my marshalling then, I played out a sea tower. I've knelt both sea towers and I've paid for it's the Knigget. It's not a Knigget.
It's a Knigget.
And you're not Sir Davos. For the Knight. He's pretty cool actually. So military power, 5 strength, and then if he's attacking alone, he gets stealth and renown, which I think is actually pretty strong, right? No?
It's a good card.
I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, it doesn't synergise really with anything that Greyjoy do, aside from get stealth.
Stealth is always good.
Yeah, that's
5 for 5.
But it's a knight, so it doesn't fit into any Greyjoy knight thing.
Yeah.
It has renown. Well, fine, cool, whatever. Yeah, I mean, sure.
Totally unimpressed.
Yeah, it's fine.
And I've also played out a Maiden's Bane as well there.
Maiden Bane. Good card.
Yeah, so if you win an unopposed challenge, you can stand the character. If that character is a captain, then you can also restand Maiden's Bane, which means that if you're using Maiden's Bane with a captain, you can use it multiple times. You've played out Bob.
Yeah, well, you're playing Sea of Blood. You have a stealth man.
You feel like you need a big military icon.
I feel like I need a big military icon. I need another one. Otherwise, you're going to stealth Bob, win by 5, with Hagen's Daughter or something. I don't know. I feel like you're just going to do stuff. You got tricked. So I'll play a Fickle Bannerman.
Seems good.
Yep. So the point of this deck really was to control the power challenge, to not lose power challenges. Because if you win power challenges, you have more power and you win the game.
Thanks for the...
Fickle Bannermen are good. They cost 3 for 5 strength. Bicons. You can lose them, which is a danger. So my thinking here is I'm running 3 Motley. But that's kind of to control the opposition. So if you Motley their military icons, when they try to go for their Sea of Blood, they're going to lose cards.
Yeah.
So that's one thing to start with.
And also, he's my only intrigue.
He is your only intrigue, yeah. So the reason I chose Vince for the Motley is because it would discourage Rebecca from doing the intrigue against me. So if she wants to get an easy unopposed and take a card from my hand, she'll have to lose a card from her own hand.
So I just wanted to go through my thinking here. So I did the military with the knight for 5, stealthing Bob, thinking that by doing so, you'd have to know 2 characters to win the military, if that's what you was worried about. Also, I was kind of hoping that if you gave the other guy renown and then stood him with Justin, that means that you wouldn't be stunning Bob. Unfortunately, you didn't fall for my trick.
No.
And not only did you not let me win the military, you also didn't use Justin. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, sad time for you.
But I did lose the challenge, so I got a card of Late Summer Feast. You can see that I've got a sword, puts a sword in hand.
Yeah, that's...
what have you got?
I've got an In the Name of Your King.
That's the military one, right?
Yeah, I've got a Pinch of Powder.
Iron Bank.
Ryan Bank.
Okay, so I've got the put a sword in the hand, and I did save a gold there as well. So my hope being that if I did get the military through by 5, I'd be able to afford to put to the sword, even with just the 1 Sea of Blood token out. It also would mean that I would be able to go and get another event as well, using the Sea of Blood. So I could have gone and got a put to the torch to blow something up, or a Ouija Not So to get rid of that Motley, if you let it go unopposed, but none of those worked, so...
So you do no more challenges.
No.
I attack you in power.
I've got quite a lot of cards in hand, but I'm hoping I might find another Vince to cancel Justin. So you've won the challenge. You get the power for a noun, and I didn't find a Vince, so I couldn't stop him restanding. And you're able to intimidate here, so intimidating King's Daughter. So let's see, do the military.
Defend if you like.
Yeah, if I defend, I lose a card. And if you saw my hand earlier, I've got Pinch of Powder and Raiders from Pike, so I kind of wanted to keep that combo in hand.
Oh, really?
Plus I had a few other cool cards in hand that I didn't really want to lose. So I was a little bit reluctant to nil Vince. So I think I actually let it go unopposed, if I remember correctly.
Right, so one other thing I'm thinking about Sea of Blood, specifically in the Bara Summer deck. I mean, I had Fickle Bannermen in this deck anyway to start with.
Yeah.
But one thing about them is the opponent can get distracted by focusing more on the power challenge than on the military challenge to try and take them away from you. It's kind of like a ward, but not. So it can change the way they think about certain challenges. But also from the Bara perspective, they're really cheap and really strong military icon.
Yeah.
And so it leaves you a little bit of money for your control tools, while still giving you a big military presence to block the win by 5.
Yeah, I think they're really, really good against the Sea of Blood. The
Yeah,
Sea of Blood decks quite often will try to focus on the military anyway, but I guess the risk is if they put a bit more effort into the power, that could be difficult because then they've got an even bigger body with which to attack you back with.
Yeah, also, essentially, when you change your deck then, when you think about Sea of Blood in the game, you need to make sure you have military icon. I mean, easy to ignore it and just think, well, I want to do my game plan, I want to do this, but you need to adapt. You need to put military icons in your deck at every cost point, really. 2 cost, 3 cost, 4 cost.
Yeah, to make sure you can always afford something, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't have many non-military icons in the deck. Just Chuds, Moonboy, Shireen, and perhaps Melisandre.
Okay. Just a really quick note on what's happened on the board.
Yeah, I've also played Iron Bank on the Fickle Bannerman, just in case, because it's a really good time for you to Valar.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got Rhythm from the Sea in hand, but Hagen's Daughter can go into Shadow.
I know, I can use it, can't I?
Yeah.
I always forget about that.
So you can save Hagen's Daughter. It doesn't matter if Vince dies because you can reuse them later. And then you could Rhythm the Knight. You
know what? I spent the entire game thinking that I couldn't use Risen during the during a Valar.
I thought that's a really good time for you to Valar if you're running Valar.
You should know.
I thought you were. So I thought I'd be safe, bring the Fickle Bannerman to hand because, honestly, I think I only had one other character in my hand.
See, I felt like you were trying to counter me because I killed Vince and then I used Vince to kill the Drowned God dude to get a power and put Vince into place standing to win Dom. And then you just brought the guy back to hand and it was like, you're just trying to stop me from winning Dom.
Oh,
cheeky
no.
bastard.
No, because I think I just had a power icon. Maybe it was the Shireen I've got in hand. I'm not sure, but
okay.
It could be a Shadow Priestess.
So you wanted to make sure you had a big military.
Yeah, because if you Valar, save the Knight, and then Hagen's Daughter into Shadow and bring her out, then I'm kind of like losing. I do have In the Name of Your King, which is another really good card for Baratheon in this current meta game.
Yeah, really,
really
good.
So it shuts down the military challenge. No matter who got committed to it, they can't trigger any win by 5. They can't win the challenge. The challenge is just dead. Downside, you can't do your own military challenge, but that's not too big a downside for a power-focused deck.
You're more worried about power anyway, so...
So it was a Shireen, the other character in my hand. I still haven't drawn another character.
I was say you've got loads of events in hand there.
Some attachments.
So, plot-wise then, you went for a grand melee against my Forced March.
Yes.
So I thought, as you were expecting a Valar, you'd probably play something to try and counter that. So I thought Forced March would still let me control the board, hopefully be able to get a few challenges through, maybe start getting my Sea of Blood going. The grand melee, though, is admittedly very annoying.
I think it works better for you against Forced March. Because I have no military icons. I need to get 2 military icons on the board, which I cannot do.
Well, I didn't know that at the time.
No.
Because you also had a card in Shadows,
So you've got 3 icons, 3 military icons.
Yeah, so I've just played out Big Vic.
Big Dick Vic. With his mighty stick.
Sure. If that's your experience, then you know better than I do.
Well, I think Daisy's been playing with big dicks.
Big Vic.
Big Vics. Whoops. Sorry, Daisy.
Oh dear.
A lot more than me. He's been playing with Vic. Stick, big him. Victorian Greyjoy.
Anyway. So, you are playing out some more attachments.
Yeah, I've motleyed Victorian. I tried to traitor to the crown the night before realising he had no attachment except weapon. So Victorian gets that too, which is handy because he stands a lot anyway, so it's nice to have him not contribute to dominance and power challenges.
It's also really good to put it on that because it means that Victorian isn't going to have his power icon, so I'm not going to be able to do a power challenge this phase because I don't have 2. The downside, though, to put it on Victorian, is because you really motleyed him, and then now he's only got 1 icon, he's not going to be participating in as many challenges as what he might have been.
No.
So,
but he is someone that you'd want to use in a lot of challenges because you can stand him.
Yeah.
But the other bonus for me taking his power icon is that I can play Fickle Bannerman and not have to worry about losing them this round. Not that I actually play Fickle Abandonment, because I play Shireen.
I was going to say I don't like Fickle Abandonment at all. So Shireen as well, I've found
I'm trying to entice you
annoying.
into the military challenge.
Yeah, you did a bit, didn't you? To be fair, it was literally the only challenge that I could do anyway.
And we know I've saved the gold. I got the event.
I don't think I'd seen in this game anyway. I don't think I'd seen that event yet.
I'm going to move a power.
Yep. And that's Motley.
There's my Motley claim.
And here it comes.
In the name of your king.
It's such an annoying card.
Sorry, military challenge, but not today.
Yeah. So I think this is one of the key things with the Bara Summer deck. To, you know, really be very annoying for a Sea of Blood deck. You know, if your military challenge is getting stopped, especially if you think that, you know, with the Greyjoy one, for example, you think that you're going to be able to restand stuff and be able to do extra challenges as well. It's really annoying. So all that happened with that is I lost a card from hand. I guess the bonus is it means that you've lost a card. It's one less that I'm going to have to face, but you've got 3 in the deck, right?
Yeah.
So, you know, there's plenty of other opportunities for you to find it. And the board restands.
Very good.
Yeah, you really screwed over my forced march turn.
Yeah, it's all about tempo. So neither of us gained power in that turn.
No. And I also didn't manage to get a Sea of Blood trigger. So I thought I'll try again.
Double fourth mark, you brutal, brutal person.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
So-
well, I don't think I have any in the name of your king, so I'm hoping to pick up another one.
I'm hoping you don't.
I mean, I do have some choices here in events. So the event suite, I believe, is 3 in the name of your king. Obvious. Maybe 2 or 3 privileged position. Now, if you haven't lost a power challenge, you can cancel a location ability, i.e. Maiden's Bane maybe, or an event, like anything with Sea of Blood. So I also run When I Woke. I think there's a copy or 2 of that in this deck. So that also controls if you lose the military challenge. Now I've only got 3 carder here. I get a privileged position, which means I'll be able to cancel. As long as I haven't lost a power challenge, I can cancel.
And I think especially with the Sea of Blood decks, again, because they're very focused on the military, if they try to win a power challenge first, they're probably not going to be able to win the military by as much as they want to.
It weakened their military challenge.
Yeah. So, you know, it is a really annoying card, again, to have to face as a Sea of Blood deck.
So with that, I'm forcing you into suboptimal choices. Like if you do a power challenge, you're weakening your military challenge power. So I'm subtly controlling your choices.
Yeah.
And with Shireen out, losing a power challenge...
Or winning a power challenge.
Losing a power challenge is harder.
Harder for you.
Yeah.
Easier. A minute. Yeah.
Just,
it's easier for me to lose and easier for you to win, right?
I just drawn into a Melisandre.
Ooh, big Mel.
Big Mel. She's an interesting one because she forces you to... Well, the other Mel required building around. And I don't have the slots for build around. This Melisandre, she's quite strong in intrigue. I don't have a lot of intrigue presence in this deck. But she's a big intrigue icon and she's a big power icon. And she has insight. Now, she's also a big target for you to put to the swords. And I'd rather you be killing my stuff without military icon to help me breathe. So I can keep my military icon on the board and maybe trigger Sea of Blood next round. Or stop you triggering the Sea of Blood. You know, so I don't mind. Mel's
So she's
fine.
a bit of a draw, basically, to try and stop me from killing off other stuff.
She's a threat to the opponent because if you have military and intrigue icon or whatever, you're kind of in a position where, do you attack me and I leave Mel standing, meaning I take the best card out of your hand, maybe kill it, or do you just go in to trigger your Sea of Blood and kill Mel and take the risk that I've got a privileged position to block your put to the sword, or in the name of your king, or when I woke?
Unfortunately, because I'm a bit of a numpty, I kept forgetting about the privileged position. I don't think I'd seen it before today.
The other good thing is Mel is good for pinch of powder. So not only am I good for attacking in power challenges and triggering pinch of powder there, Mel's another threat to do it on an intrigue challenge. You could just unoppose a Mel intrigue and pinch of powder and you're gone. So that's decent. I clearly have a card in shadows there.
Yeah, that's from the first round, isn't it? That's from setup.
Yeah, I wonder what it is.
Probably one of those priestess dudes, right?
I think it is a priestess, yeah. I have a couple of shadows cards. Shireen's obviously a shadows card. There's shadow priestesses, pinch of powder, banish from the light I run, 2 or 3, no, 1 or 2 maybe. Which
one's that one again? That's one that
when you win a power challenge,
shadows, isn't it?
Yeah, I put a card of yours in shadows, which I quite like to do on expensive characters. The triggering condition's easy. You just win a power challenge. That's really easy for Baratheon. Now it costs 2 to put into shadows, and it costs 4 in total to play it. But you can put, say, Victorian into shadows, and they can't use any of their economy to bring him out. Yeah,
you literally have to have 7 gold. Which is a lot harder than what it sounds.
It is, yeah. Especially after you've used your trade routes.
I mean, look at my economy there. I've got 2 of the reducers and a Grey Hall. I don't have any Rose Roads or anything.
That's the thing with Greyjoy. They often only have Rose Roads. And they use Great Hall because they have a lot of 7 costers.
Yeah.
And they use Sea Towers, of course.
So yeah, it's going to be difficult if you do something like that for me to pay for them to come back out.
Doo-doo.
So I think, because I mentioned this might be a series, if you guys enjoy this video, then we might make another one and look at another sort of popular or difficult deck that's in the meta at the moment, and ways to counter it. Ultimately,
we don't really have a meta at the moment that we're playing in, because we haven't received our quarter 4 kits, we haven't received our store champ kit,
there's not been many
so we haven't got any tournaments. So we're not actually playing in a meta at the moment. So if you guys are playing in a meta and you want us to just play with those decks, just let us know and we'll do what we can. Shadow Priestess attack!
Ugh.
You don't have a Vince.
I do not.
Down goes Euron.
He does. But yeah, so we could have a look at how Bara Summer faces other Sea of Blood decks. If you want us to check it out against a Targ one or a Stark one, for example, we can do that. Or if there's another deck in the in your meta, for example, that's causing problems, send us a list if you like to have a look at, and we can see what we can build around it.
Sure.
To defend and to counter it. So, yeah, any ideas you have, guys?
So that's my 3rd tempo hit of the game.
I know.
So round 1, I put Motley on your Vint to stop the intrigue. Not really that much of a tempo play, but it gave me some breathing room. Round 2, I played in the name of your king to ruin your tempo in that military challenge. And despite you forced marching me twice in a row, I've got another tempo slowdown for you by the Shadow Priestess on your Euron. So you've paid 7 this round to get Euron out.
Oh yeah.
And I paid 3 to get the Priestess out, and new to him for this round. So yeah, in the name of your king, gone, 2nd one. You're not happy about that?
I am. Bloody thing's a pain in my butt. So that was my intrigue challenge. So I've still got a power and a military that I can do. So unless you've got another military thingy in hand, I should be able to win this by 5, because I can just go in with the knight and stealth your bannerman. And that's your only military icon.
Yeah, my Bob and Matthews are knelt, which is sad. So I'm struggling a little bit managing my resources. I'm getting a lot of resources, and we know I have a pinch of powder, which I need to get into Shadows at some point to be able to play, but I'm trying to maintain my board state and keep your tempo down.
I was laughing because I was obviously really excited that you didn't have the stop for my for my military. So I'm finally triggering Sea of Blood here.
Find your put to the sword.
Yeah.
This is the first time you've triggered it.
Yeah, I still got a gold. I already have a put to sword in hand because we saw it, you know, in like the little box comes up in the top corner. So we saw that I do already have one. I'm sorry about the quality of my hand, like the images, by the way. We got we got 3 new cameras. One of them's alright. The other 2 are rubbish. So I'm a bit cross.
The one that's alright is the one that's looking at my hand.
Well, no. The one that's looking at your hand is my original one.
Yeah.
The one that we're looking at the main board with is another of the new ones, like the one that was a bit more expensive. And then the other one that we got, like for extra spares and things, the one that was looking at my hand was one of the cheaper ones.
Cool.
And, yeah.
Oh, we do not sew.
Yeah, I've already got a thingy in hand, so I thought we do not sew and get rid of those attachments on Vic.
That's good.
Decision point. I've got Motley on him, and I've got a Traitor to the Crown on him. Which is the better option here? We sort of had a quick discussion about it during the game, but...
Traitor?
Traitor to the Crown?
Because then you can participate in 2 challenges, and he's a threat with all those boats. You will be losing the card every time you do it.
Yeah.
Which is an issue.
But I do go for Traitor. Maybe I'm hoping to find a Motley. And then I've got a put to the sword here.
You're going to sword me.
I'm going to sword you. Now, this was another decision point I had. So I was looking at Justin, Bob and the Bannerman. So Justin has been really, really annoying and obviously has the power on him. But he's knelt and there's a Bob on the board. So it's like, maybe I should go for the Bob because it's Bob. But at the same time, on this turn, he's not that much of an issue. So I'm wondering whether I can wait until next turn and kill the Bob and just get rid of Justin for now because he's being a pain in the butt. Then my other thought was the Bannerman is stood and he's the only military icon. So I was like, maybe I should just kill this dude because he's stood and he's strong.
The Bannerman is going to go into 2 challenges.
However, so there's me deliberating for like 5 minutes over who to put to the sword. And you got that frigging event thing.
Well, you should have won a power challenge.
So mean.
You
so
know I had it.
Unimpressed.
You gave it to me.
I know, but I didn't know what it did.
Yeah.
Like, not properly.
You're one of the people that need to be hit by things before you remember what they do.
Yeah, like several times. You know what my memory's like.
Not there.
Exactly. It's bloody awful.
Like your mind. Power challenge. Yeah, this enables me to beat Vic in the power challenge, even if you use all your boats to make him 11 strength.
I know. Bloody Shireen.
So, yeah, I'll just...
So there's no point in me defending, because Shireen will just remove his strength. So I might as well leave him standing, and then if...
Well, you could have defended.
No,
just
you just
defend, use a boat to make him 9 strength, and if you take him out, use the other boat, the Iron Fleet character, to stand him again. Then you can defend whatever.
Yeah, but you'd obviously just take him out of Shireen. So what's the point?
I would obviously do that, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
It is obvious.
So, and then you might have a cancel-y thing for my location, then I'll be sad. So at least now I can defend the military.
Motley. I guess that's the other consideration. If you'd have defended with him, you would have lost a card.
An extra card.
Yeah.
So, and then I was like, oh, shall I stand him back up?
Giving him renown.
Yeah, because I'm winning the challenge. So we can stand him using Victarian's ability. I know you was a bit confused. You were like, but you didn't do the challenge and you didn't do it in a pose.
Well, you said, I know you used Maiden Bane to stand him. Well, actually, you used Victarian's ability to stand him.
All right.
That's why I was confused.
Being pedantic.
Oh, racking up the power now. You're in trouble.
Smashing me.
You're on the ropes.
I mean, I'd be more impressed if I hadn't already made that joke during the game when I played Euron.
I didn't hear that.
Uh-huh. You did, because when I say it, you're like, oh my god.
Maybe I was referring to the board deck and my amazing play.
Sure.
Right, do I have any more tempo hits for you?
Probably. Some kind of plot, maybe?
I mean, this whole thing would be a lot easier if I had the red keep already.
Yeah.
So I could draw 2 cards around.
I'd just like to say, in our previous 2 games with these 2 decks, I managed to steal the red keep both games. That was fun.
Yeah, all you had to do is pillage it and then we take Westeros it.
I know, it's great.
But I still won, right?
I thought we weren't going to reveal that yet.
I might have won. I might not have won. Wait for the great reveal when Rebecca decides it's time.
Richard smashed me in the first 2 games. With Bara Summer. As our other little Discord buddies will know, we were chatting with the Discord guys last night. And they encouraged Richard to try the Bara as well. Well, I think you were going to play it anyway. I think their approval, you know, solidified it for you.
Yeah, Bara, you have to be a bit lucky as well.
Well, you say that, but the first 2 games, as we say, you smashed me quite easily, so...
Well, you know...
But then again, you're a much better player than me.
Yeah, so...
Which is how you read my Valar M and countered it with your Valar D.
I figured you have Hagen's Daughter and a save for Euron. And you're just going to clear my board.
I think I was right to wait, and I think I need to do it now. So I think, you know...
I believe I've only got Melisandre in hand. Maybe a Chud.
So here, I was going to put Hagen's Daughter on the bottom of my deck, and then I realised that if I didn't, when the Valar M hit, she would go into Shadows.
Yeah.
So she would be an option. Vince would go into the dead pile, which is good, but I didn't have anything in hand that I really wanted Vince to kill, and I didn't know what I was going to be drawing. So at least for Hagen's Daughter, I was guaranteed to have a card on the board.
Body.
Yeah, that I could play if needed. Whereas with Vince, it would involve killing somebody, which I didn't really want to do. So Euron saving himself there. And just looking at our card draw.
So I think I've got a Littlefinger and another privileged position.
I've got a card, the Maid in hand there. And I think
God damn it, Quarrel. Yeah, so the Chud. Do I only have Sniper Mel? I've got the resources to play Mel. And I think I can still save a gold for the privileged position. So I've got 6 gold. Yeah, I've got plenty of gold.
Yeah, you're fine. There you go.
I'll probably want to get a Motley on Euron.
Oh, did you have a Motley in hand? Yeah.
Came off your Victorian.
Oh, of course.
I'll save 1 for the privileged position.
Seems good.
So if you do the military challenge against me... Oh, sorry, if you do the power with Euron, you can win the power challenge, which means I can't use privileged position. And then you can win the military challenge with Carl the Maid and the Iron Fleet Scouts.
Yeah.
However, you don't know that I have a second privileged position.
I do not.
As far as you're concerned, I've already played my copy of it. So that's the thing. That's the thing that you would need to play around. As a Baratheon player, like you don't play against Baratheon that often.
No.
And so not many people are used to playing around that card.
Yeah, before doing this video, I didn't have a clue about. But I can't even remember what the name of the event is. What is it? Privileged position?
Yes, I can't remember what the name is. Proceed to name it perfectly.
I can't remember. Is it in the name of your king, the other one?
Yep.
Yeah? Oh, okay. Maybe I do remember better. Only because you said about 5 million times, though. But yeah, I wouldn't have thought about them, like, at all. Isn't there another military one? Yeah, like, I'm a dumbass. I just go straight into the military, I know. Is there another event in Bara that stops military?
No.
Isn't there one where you, like, choose a kneeling person and they are defending and they stand if you win?
I did the Fury. That's not military, just any challenge.
Oh, okay.
Choosing a kneeling character, they are now participating as a defender. If you win the challenge, stand that character.
So I'm really happy here because I'm like, I want a military, I'm going to kill Melisandre, this is great, I'm going to put her to the sword. And you're sitting there thinking, ha! With your privileged position.
And you're like, put to the sword!
Yeah.
Like some sort of creature. Look at you, put to the sword!
I'm so happy. And you're like, no.
You're alright, love, I cancel it. Melisandre is in a privileged position.
Yeah. I was thinking, this is fine. I'll kill her and then I'll win Dom because she'll be dead and I don't have to worry about her.
Have you seen an Isle of Ravens yet in this game?
Not in this game, no.
No, so that's what you kind of need now to put to the sword back into your deck.
Yeah, because I think they've only got 2, right?
2? Yeah, that's more than enough, I think.
Is it? I've not got any of them off yet.
Well, you wouldn't want to get one player and then draw 2 the next round, would you? Could it be a dead card?
Maybe.
You don't want dead card.
Yeah, I don't know. I like having 3 put to the swords in a Sea of Blood deck, but I guess it's just me. I'm gonna try an intrigue challenge here though, and just dealing with the motley, I guess, and taking another risen from my hand.
That makes me happy.
Yeah, you've taken 2 risens out of my hand this game. So the intrigue then, basically, if you let it go unopposed, I get a power restanding with Maiden's Bane and I win Dom. If you oppose it, I still win Dom because I've got a gold. So you might as well oppose it because it stops me getting that extra power.
Yep.
Which is what you do. So needing to oppose, forgetting that I don't have claim. So I get Renown and Pillage. Be a location, be a location, be a location. That's not a location.
That's supposed to be next round tempo.
I am more than happy to see that go. And then Dominance then is mine. Thank God.
Thank God. Thank the Lord.
Thank the Law God. The God of Light.
The Red God.
The Red God. The Law Dude.
The Lord Dude.
Yeah.
How do you know it's a dude?
Dudette.
You've just misappropriated the Law God gender.
Well, he or she can be whatever they like.
So what plot are you going to pick now, Rebecca?
Well, it's gonna fuck you up. And
oh, we're not die.
We're not die?
Well, Carl ain't going to be doing much.
Nope. But that's okay, because I've got Euron, and he's a big bad beat stick.
Yeah, he's a bit more than a beat stick. But...
with cool extra stuff.
I've picked up 2 Shireen.
Oh, I've got a great Kraken. It's exciting.
And a Balon. And a Pinch. Oh!
Seems good. What do you think of the little extra screen bits on the sides? The extra showing the hand and stuff.
Terrible. Quality.
Quality's terrible, but in principle, the idea, happy with it?
But no, not convinced yet. Let's see in the later game when we can actually see the whole hand when I've only got 1 card left in it.
Yeah, I mean, I could just have it so that the screen focused on the hand is just up the entire time.
Maybe next time
yeah.
we could have the cameras focused on our faces so we can, judge our reactions.
No.
So we can see you cry when I cancel your put to the sword 3 times in a row. That kind of thing. That'd be amusing.
An asshole.
Asshole.
I
play Shireen. And
well.
something into the shadow.
Ugh. Bloody shadows.
What could it be?
God knows. Something horrible. Oh, it might be your pinch. Didn't you say you had a pinch in hand?
I did have a pinch in hand. I've saved 4 gold.
Quite a lot. Have you saved 4? Yeah, I was going to say, have you saved it or you just...
Could be another priestess. Could be pinch. Could be banish from the light.
Oh yeah, that's the shadows one, isn't it?
It is.
So, kneeling on my economy there to reduce by 4. I'm paying 2 for Balon. and then the other 3 for the Great Kraken.
Boom.
I think on a 2-claim turn, having Balon out seems good. Gets him unopposed. Getting restood with Maiden's Vein. Was the theory.
I don't understand. What's your problem?
You
can easily trigger Sea of Blood now. You got 2 characters with which you could do it. I'm just going to go in with a power challenge. Why not? Do a bit of math. What's that? 6, 7, 8. Let's go in with 9.
So at this point, I'm thinking, well, I'd quite like both my characters so that I can get at least 2, probably 3 challenges off for my win or you die term. Because I don't know about this friggin' banished from the light bullshit thing.
Balon, you're gonna get banished. So yeah, that also hurt Sea of Blood deck because they focus on the military challenges and they don't necessarily focus on power challenges, in my view.
So I didn't want to defend because, you know, I want to get through my challenges and I want to do my military and I want to get my claim off.
Yeah.
So you can take advantage of that and, you know, go in for big challenges that I'm probably not going to defend because I want to hit you back, and you just punish me for it, basically. So looks like you're going for Balon.
I choose Balon because
He has stealth.
Balon can get unopposed challenges. He got stealth. He triggered Great Kraken. And Euron has Motley, so I'd quite like you to keep using that for me.
Great.
That would be grand.
Well, when you die, you know, I'm losing my cards anyway, so I'm not too bothered. But my challenge is now, so...
If that's the case, then maybe you should do a military challenge and go find Rhymes with Meek or something.
You're such a kit. This may or may not happen, alright?
You only do it for banter.
Sure. So I'm going for a power challenge here with Euron. Figuring that it's probably a really good idea to try and get some power off Richard's house card.
To claim.
Yeah, so it's unopposed, so I get to use Maiden's Vein to restand Euron. I'm also using the Great Kraken to get an extra claim in power because why would I draw cards? I'm losing all of them. You've got your Motley, but I said it's fine. I'm a nice person. I'll let you do your Motley.
You jumped ahead.
I then take my unopposed and 2 claim and renown. Pillage a Great Hall. I've actually got something. Look at this little jump. Now I'm winning. I'm winning, Richard.
Yeah, big swing.
Oh, yeah. And now, feeling a bit more confident in the game, I go in for my military. Having to get rid of a card again.
Ha!
Put to the torch.
But that's sad.
It is when I trigger my Sea of Blood.
And that's the only put to the torch in your deck.
And I realise that I only have like 1 event left and it's a friggin' Rhymes of Meek. Or something like that.
You could use it
I think it was his turn.
You could use that agenda to draw any event in your deck. It doesn't have to be one you use straight away.
I know.
But on this plot,
but you've already got rid of like my Rise of the Kraken. Risen from the Seas as well. So I take the Rhymes of Meek and you're like, are you sure you want to do that? You're going to lose the cards.
And you're like, yeah, I failed to find.
Failed to find, honest. Oh well. So yes, so basically I'm just broadcasting the fact that I have nothing else that I can do now apart from wait for my bloody Isle of Ravens to turn up.
You probably just shuffled it to the bottom.
Probably know my luck.
2 claim military, Chud and Shireen to dupe. 13-7, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
Heads on spikes away from a loss.
Oh yeah.
But we're only halfway through the game.
Well, we've got about 20 minutes of the actual game left.
Oh really?
Yes.
Marvellous.
So, oh gosh, what happened? Oh yeah, so you won Dom, but one of the cards that I had left in hand was my Vince, so I managed to cancel Mel's trigger, which was good because the other card in my hand was an Asher, so she got discarded rather than dead, which was probably good if I do find it later. Yeah. Yeah. The fact that you didn't hit Vince at all. Doing all those motley claims.
What do we got now? Trade routes.
Double trade routes.
Trade routes. There's a hell of a lot of locations on the board.
I think we got 13 gold each, if I remember correctly.
That's pretty good for you with Balon.
That's what I figured. It's like, I've got 2 cards in shadows at the moment, one of which is Balon, which I'd quite like to have at some point. So, yeah, figured a trade routes might be good for getting him out. So you can see what you're getting here.
So, yeah.
So you got a pinch and I didn't quite catch that other card. Looked like a character though.
Pinch seems like it's going to be my tempo play. A little finger.
Yeah, seems good. Gets you a couple more cards.
I think the cards I drew were Bastard of Night Song and something else. There goes Pinch.
Oh, is that the pinch? Wow, and then kneeling all of the ports.
Red Keep.
Maybe red keep, yeah.
That's good because I know you're going to bring out Balon this turn. So it just means that I can make sure the power challenge is not unopposed.
Yeah. And then the Bastard Night Song. So again, he's someone that's going to be slowing down any of my power game, plus the Vanguard as well. So, you know, even if, like, against a Sea of Blood deck, even if it really got going and the Vanguard dies, that's still slowing down the Sea of Blood player by getting rid of some of their power.
So another plot which is really, really important in the Sea of Blood meta is Forced March. So if you're running Sea of Blood and you're trying to get Sea of Blood off, kneel out all your opponent's military icons. Great. If you're playing against Sea of Blood, kneel out all your opponent's military icons. Then they can't trigger the agenda. Now, that's one of the reasons why Vanguard Lancers are in the deck. Forced March bait, basically.
Oh, okay.
So I can play Forced March. You kneel Raider from Pike. I kneel the Lancer. You kneel Carl. So cheap, crappy military icons that do something when they come into play, and I can kneel them on the next phase. So they're pretty good.
Okay, that seems like a good idea actually. My discard pile's got a bit too big, so I have to shuffle it into one.
That's what they call a discard pile, or a flea bottom pile, as it is known.
Yeah, but we've not seen any flea bottoms in this game.
Look at my board.
I know. That's such a big board, Richard.
Thank you. What all the ladies say. I'm just going to poke with a little intrigue.
Yeah, just poke with a little intrigue, Richard.
If you want to kneel your Euron, that's fine. I'll discard a card either way. And you're saying you don't have pinch.
Oh yeah, that was it.
So I was like, well, I've discarded one. And you're like, how much is it for shadows? And we're like, well, better have a look. It's 1.
Such a bastard.
Well, you've got 1 gold. Or do you have one of those events again? Like in the name of your king or privileged position? Well,
look at you like faking it. Like, oh yeah, how much does it cost? I'll have a look. You know what? I didn't think you'd have more than 1 in your deck. But apparently, you bloody do.
Get in.
Ah.
Right, so I win the challenge. Trigger
pinch. You just
pinch.
have to win it, right?
Win by 5.
Win by 5.
And I did.
You did.
And then my intrigue claim. Bye, Euron.
Yep. And you even got insight.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
What was it?
I think it was a chud. So yeah, that was a bit of a hit. That was 3 power gone plus a Euron.
Amazing.
Not amazing.
An amazing feeling.
Ugh.
A
Look
clash
at
of
your board
Titan.
to my board now.
Baratheon versus Greyjoy. Look at your boats compared to my boats. Yeah.
You don't have any votes.
Look at my locations on your side of the board.
I've only got 1.
Yeah, well, look at it.
It's a great haul.
So, power challenge. Wait, I've got to consider my math. Because you got Balon and Hagen's daughter.
Hey, wait, you didn't pay for it.
Pay for what?
Your pinch.
Oh, I'll pay for it in a bit. It's not important.
Yeah, it is.
What's important that I thought about paying for it?
You didn't pay for it.
Look, pipe down.
You cheated.
Yeah, but
you cheated.
You told me that if you get away with it, it's fine.
I did not.
You told me that when you do it
I'm
in
not
tournaments...
the Sweeneys.
You told me that when you do it in tournament, if you get away with it, it's fine.
You're such a bullshitter.
I am bullshitting.
Just like to clarify that I don't at least knowingly cheat in tournaments.
I win the power challenge.
Yeah.
Bastard of Night song. Unopposed.
If you use that gold now, I'm taking it as a victory on all 3 games. I'm just going to assume you cheated on the others as well. I'm enjoying your face there. See, because you've got that gold, I think that you're going to, like, you know, have the military thingamajiggy.
Pipe down, you don't think that at all. You're just thinking, shit, you got a board. I don't have a board. Balon.
Might as well.
Hagen's daughter. No, but you still persist on keeping it face down as if you're not playing it yet.
I was considering. So now, because you've got a gold, I'm pondering about what I should do in case you've got any of your funky event thingamajiggies.
Both players have responsibility to maintain a correct board state, so you should have noticed at the time.
You should have done it. So,
what are you going to do, Rebecca?
Deliberate for a ridiculously long amount of time and then get told off by you for taking too long.
Figures.
Literally what happened. Sorry, guys. It was an analysis paralysis because I was worried about doing the military.
I've got 2 characters on the board. What could I possibly do?
Play the military cancel thingy.
You didn't even want to win it by 5.
No, I just wanted to be able to get it. And
just do it Hagen's daughter or
and be
Raider
able
from
to
Pike.
stand be able to stand him back up.
Maybe I do use it and mess you up.
I think you do as well.
I don't think I do.
I think you do.
No, I don't. Don't growl. Marge Simpson.
Not Marge.
I'll declare defender for your power challenge, but my red keep contributes 2, even though the Vanguard Lancer contributes nothing.
So I'll just get claim and renown on that one then.
Yeah, if you wanted to do Balon twice, you probably should have done him in the military first.
I would have.
But you fucked it up, so...
you know, I thought as you had a gold left...
You made an error.
You might have the military event.
Why didn't you pay attention when I was pinching you?
Ow! Don't literally pinch me. What's wrong with you?
I am hyperactive.
You are a little bit. Anyway, we're meant to be discussing tactics and things.
Come on then.
So, with the Bara deck, basically, if you pinch someone and leave 1 gold, you'll freak them out enough that they think that you might have the event and do their challenges in the wrong order.
Well, not everybody is inexperienced as you. Playing against Bara. Or pinch. Or thrones.
I'll have you know, I've been playing Thrones technically since 1st edition, even though that was for like a month or 2 when we bought all the cards and then realised that it was ending.
You smashed me at 1st edition.
Maybe we should just start playing first.
Remember when you crushed me for like 16 games in a row and I didn't want to play anymore? And then when I win my first game, you're like, oh, I don't want to play. I remember
It's only
that.
fun when you're winning, right?
And when I was so new to the game, we sat next to each other and played. Instead of opposite each other.
I don't remember that.
In the classroom.
Did we?
Yeah.
Aww. Anywho, so I won the military by 5. I went and got rhymes with Meek so that I could draw a couple of cards. Oh, and if I remember correctly, my card draw from Rhymes with Meek was 2 Victorian.
Really?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Because I had my only 2 cards in hand.
So I'm going to kill my Lancer. You're going to Vince.
So I can do the intrigue.
Might as well block that, even though you're going to win with the Iron Fleet Scouts.
Yeah.
What would you like?
whatever event you've got.
Motley!
That's also fine.
Would have liked to put that on Balon, but, you know, whatevs. And you win, Dom.
Yay!
Because I have no gold and no standing characters.
It's pretty close.
Yeah, it is pretty close, isn't it?
Anyone's game. Boards are pretty even now as well. You've got more economy, but I've got more doing stuff, I guess.
And initiative.
Ooh! Yeah. So, this is our last plot. Literally, the only location in either of our discard piles is frigging Rose Road.
Hey, that ain't bad. You're going to get gold.
Oh, yeah, I guess I get an extra gold. But still, I'd have preferred it to have been something exciting, like, you know, your Red Keep or something.
A city gates.
A city gate?
Heart of the Undying.
I'm not convinced that's in my deck. Or yours.
That would be an amazing take. A shame nobody played it, eh?
You played it a little bit in the beginning, didn't you?
In the beginning.
Like when it first came out.
When the world was full of bacteria, which evolved into animal. I was playing.
No, didn't you like?
I was playing House of the Undying.
Didn't you like nearly win a tournament with House of the Undying? Weren't you in the final with Dan Kay?
Yeah, that was the Brighton tournament.
Was that the first one?
The first charity joust.
First charity joust. Speaking of the Brighton charity joust, might as well plug it while we're here. Brighton charity joust is on April 27th and 28th, held in Brighton. Unsurprisingly.
Brighton, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Should be a really, really good event. So, you know, if you're free, come on down. Lots of people there. Some people are staying from Friday to Sunday. So, yeah, there you go. Plug done.
Excellent. You've just marshalled Victorian with a duplicate.
Oh, yeah. Rhymes with meek.
You're going first. You've got all the
big
things on the board.
No, I also found my Ryle of Ravens. So if I win my military challenge by 5, I can go and put to the sword and kill you.
Nasty.
Okay, so at this point, the main camera's battery died.
Robert Baratheon hits the board, though.
Yeah, it does. So we had to switch to the other camera, which was on Richard's side. So that's why the sudden change in perspective. Apologies for that.
So Robert and a fickle bannerman, which basically means you're going to win if you can just get through that military challenge or power challenge, stealthing Bob.
Yeah, so basically I do military stealthing Bob with Balon, and I get unopposed Great Kraken and Renown, and I win.
Why didn't you do a power stealthing Bob?
I think because you had so much power on the board, plus you had the Red Keep, so I wouldn't be able to get it through unopposed.
Because Shireen.
Oh yeah, and Shireen. That was it. And that's your bloody hand. What are the odds of you having the third friggin' in the name of your king in your hand? So here's me. I'll do military, stealthing Bob, and I win.
And me thinking, what do I do here? In the name of your king? And you're like, what? Yeah, so this is good fun. Sorry, Sea of Blood, but not today.
Not today. I think as well I was worried about the power because you could defend, I think, relatively easily with like lots of stuff.
You just pump Balon with your Iron Fleet Scout and he's 9 strength in power.
No, but you just kneel lots of people with Bob and then Bob wins it, right?
Yeah, but you're the stealth Bob, right?
But if I stealth Bob, then I'm not stealthing Shireen.
And
Shireen just takes him out of the challenge. Well, takes his strength out of the challenge.
Yeah. Wow, you're screwed now.
I am.
You've lost.
I think I have. So I can't do a power challenge and win. You've just got too much power on the board, and you've got 2 renown plus the bastard of Night Song, who can steal on the return. So I think this is where we basically call it, right?
Yeah, this is where you quit. Oh, no, it's not. I have to win the game. You pass. Then I insist on winning the game.
Yeah.
Power challenge.
And then even though I've shaken hands, you still insist on making sure you've got enough power.
Put your power away. I want to see what the end results were. I'm intrigued right now what the end results are. Claim and renown. That's it. So you got 9, 10. Because you have a power on Balon. And my insight with the Mel. So. Well.
So.
Interesting.
So we've popped the deck list up here on the screen for you guys to have a little look at.
Wait, you changed the name of it?
Like, I just took the kings about.
You're funny.
Bog off. So let's have a little look at the deck list then. We can see you've got 10 events here. So you've got 2 for the Banish from the Light. And that's the one... Oh shit, which one was that?
Well, you win a power challenge. So Shadows 2, you win a power challenge and then you put someone in Shadows.
Ah, that one. Yeah, that was really annoying. You've got 3 in the name of your king, 3 privileged position, only 1 Iron Bank Habits due, and 1 When I Woke. So the When I Woke, as you mentioned earlier, is a really, really good one to sort of counter when your Sea of Blood opponent wins their challenge. You, as the losing opponent, can choose a participating character and put it on top of their deck. So yes, they might be able to win this challenge against you, but the plus side for you is you still get to screw with them. So I think it's quite a good addition.
As long as they attack with a decent character. So if they're going to put to the sword your guy, you can put their guy back on the deck. So kind of like you're sort of equalising the board state.
Yeah, equalising the tempo.
Yeah. Even though they can replay there and you can't. It's often a surprise. And quite a lot, if it's a good character, you remove renowned as well.
Exactly, yeah. So what happens if there's a dupe on the character?
They can save.
They can save, okay. So
but you get to choose which character.
Yeah. So I mean that's one consideration. And if you're really worried about Sea of Blood, you might want to put it up, but I don't feel like you needed to. You won all 3 games with your Bara deck against the Greyjoy Sea of Blood deck. Again, I don't know if it's because I wasn't playing it to its best. To its best. I mean, it's entirely likely, but you still did really, really well. And let's have a look at the other events though. So you've got 1 Iron Bank Habits due. Is that just to help you with your other events, or what was the reasoning behind this?
Okay, you can use it on Fickle Bannermen if your opponents are going to steal them. You can use it on Littlefinger, which is quite nice, so you can get more draw. And that's basically it. I mean, the other usage you might want to use it with Shadow Priestesses, or anything that's milked, or just stuff. And
so just a one-off to help out.
It can give you the gold to play Banished and Pinch and whatever you need to play. Okay. In a pinch.
And I think we've discussed already Privileged Position, and In the Name of Your King, and Banish from the Night, haven't we? Because those were all really big in the game. They were really big tempo hits for me. Privileged
Position and In the Name of Your King, they hit the military challenge for the Sea of Blood, and they hit the event played by the Sea of Blood. So they're good. And because this is a power challenge centric deck, you can be aggressive with those power challenges using Banish from the Light and Pinch of Powder to affect your opponent's board. So that allows you to be a bit aggressive in controlling their board as well. And tools that help you achieve that are Traitor to the Crown, which remove their power icon.
Yeah.
And Motley, which is a card that your opponent...
It's a deterrent, isn't it?
Yeah. And it's quite a good one, in my opinion, because people like their hand.
And I think Sea of Blood decks generally don't have that much normal draw, because their draw is by winning the military and going and finding the event that they want. 9 times out of 10, I think. So
I think most of them will have some form of draw anyway.
They will, but like they won't have.
I mean, you had rhymes with Meek, you had Great Kraken, you had Cannon Coppers. Probably not Cannon.
I don't think I had Coppers. But
Asher, 3 of.
Yeah.
You have ways to get cards.
I guess so. Yeah, I had ways to get cards, but I think generally Sea of Blood decks don't focus on having lots of options for drawing extra cards, is what I'm trying to say. I mean, Greyjoy, I think naturally you can quite easily just get those extra ones in. But, a lot of Sea of Blood decks won't have that.
Another thing to point out here, I only have 14 locations. 3 red keep and the others are economy.
Wow, it's a lot of economy actually.
Yeah, 9 limited, I think, and 2 Stormland Fiefdom. So that the Stormland Fiefdoms are there if you have your Fickle Bannermen, and you can take the power from them before your opponent steals them away.
Yeah.
So you don't lose your power.
Makes sense.
And it also works to help Bastard of Night Song and things like that to make sure you've got power to take.
So looking at your character icons, you look like you're quite low on military actually, and very, very high in power. But I don't feel like you struggled.
If you look at the numbers, I think that's misleading. Because the normal, if you have a balanced deck, generally you'll find the numbers are around about 12 or 13 for each.
Yeah. But
I'm just really, really heavily overloaded with power icon. So you've got Dragonstone Faithful, you've got Moon Boy, and you've got Celise as well, Shireen. So they're just power icons, no military icon, and they're just single power icons. So yeah, almost everything there's got power,
which is good because your whole point is to win the power challenges, and winning those power challenges by nerf lets you get off your pinches of powder, for example. Also means that you're able to use your privileged position. So, it all sort of seems to tie together. Is there anything else you want to discuss in the deck? Anything that sort of you feel helps to make it better against Sea of Blood, but also work generically? Do you feel this would work generically against other decks?
Might be alright. Should be alright. I mean, just 3 Bob, isn't it? Because he's really fucking strong. And then just load the power icon. You've got 1 of Massey, 1 of Courtney, 1 of Davos.
There's only 1 Massey. He was the most annoying thing.
1 Bastard of Night Song. Because they're good, but they're not good enough that they deserve to be 3 of.
That's fair enough.
This way you get flexibility. If they get Valar Morghulis, you don't get tied into dead draws.
I notice you only have 29 characters in this deck, which against a Sea of Blood deck you might argue is a little bit risky, having fewer characters.
Sure.
But again, I don't feel like you struggled.
Oh, I didn't have characters in hand for some of the game, which is why I was having to play against your Valar Morghulis. That could be bad. Yeah.
Would you consider putting more of the Sir Davos in there, considering he's quite good, reusable, I guess character space against a Sea of Blood deck? Or
he's expensive though. I don't have the intrigue claim to stop someone good in intrigue just taking him.
That's also true.
That's a pain. Talk about the plots a bit.
Yeah, sure.
Late Summer Feast seems to be a no-brainer to get set up, get started.
Yeah.
Trade routes as well because
you're going to get wiped at some point, possibly. Yeah.
Daenerys seems good. I don't want to kill off all my shit, basically, but I want to be able to control the board and keep it small when I need to. Because a lot of these forced march, you kneel your opponent's military icon, they play more characters out. Grand melee, they need to go into a challenge with 2 characters, so they put more characters out. And at some point the board's going to get big. So that's when you want to play Valar Daenerys and then start leveraging your banish from the light and your pinch of powders.
Yeah, so you're tempting them to put more characters out, and then you put out your VD, make them reset and get rid of all their stuff, and then your events and attachments are more impactful.
Yeah, because all your motleys and traitors come back from characters they get rid from Valar Daenerys.
Yeah.
Then you get them back and you can just play them out.
Yeah, that's quite good actually, because instead of them being spread out over several characters, you can now focus them on the characters that are left. And the characters that are left, you're probably going to have a good one and a crappy one, right?
Yeah.
So you can basically annihilate the good one with stupid attachments like Motley.
Yeah.
Or Traitors to the Crown, so their strength doesn't count for dominance either, which was a bit annoying and I forgot about.
You got exchange of information as well. This deck quite even.
Yeah.
So 10 event, 8 attachment, 14 location. Generally I get 4 cards. Sometimes I get 3. This game I got 3.
I think you got 3 this game, didn't you? I think the other 2 games managed to get 4 though.
Yeah. Close Call is the plot I'd probably take out. I didn't use it in the first 2 games. Okay. And do a plot 7 in this game.
That's true actually. I was going to say, do you think it might be important against the Sea of Blood deck because, there's a good chance one of your good characters is going to get killed. but you feel like you didn't need it.
What important 3 of unique do I have? Robert and Mel?
Yeah, I guess so.
That's it. Oh, and Shireen.
But is she important?
She is pretty important, actually. I like her. She's really good in Grand Melee and with the Red Keep. Just to control the power challenge. But I don't know if she's close call and important.
Okay. So what would you take close call out for?
I don't know. Bara Summer. Is there any good summer plots? I mean, it's only summer, so I can kneel the faction card in the name of your king and Iron Bank. Really?
I mean, I think close call is pretty good in the deck anyway.
Yeah, it's alright. But that'd be one I'd think about changing.
Yeah. A flex plot.
Yeah.
Yeah, preferably summer.
Sure.
Okay. Anything else to round off?
No.
All good?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so we'll finish there then. We hope that you found this useful and insightful. And if there's any deck in particular that you feel is a problem in the meta or in your area at the moment that you'd like us to have a little look at, please let us know. Otherwise, we might have a little look into building another deck to test against. But yeah, we'll try and get another sort of, tactics session out for you as soon as we can.
Sure.
All right then, thanks everyone, and thanks as always to our patrons. If you would like to support the channel, you can do so at patreon.com/the White Walkers.
You don't need to say it so fast. We don't have a time limit.
That's true. I normally have to say it quickly because the video is ending. But anyway, yes, if you'd like to, you can. And thank you for everyone that does. And yeah, we will see you next time for the next video.
Awesome.
Okay, thanks guys.
Bye. Guys.
Bye.